I didn't decide to write, actually. I was talking with one of my friends, one of reporter that came from City of Asylum, and I told him that I think it is stories that choose writer. The only Marcus can write 100 Solitude, or only Raymond Carver can write Little Things, or Roman Gary can write the oldest story of the world. A story chooses a writer to narrate. I believe it. But I had a strong storytelling background. I was growing up in a Persian Gulf, in a village in Persian Gulf, full of tale, myth, and even political debates. And these two pictures shaped me till now, because I was born after 28 of Mordad, Mossadegh, yeah, and the people got together, drinking, speaking, and reciting poems, political poems, love poems. The woman, fishermen, saying their fiction, their tales. So I was there till I turned to 10 years old, and it makes me, shape me like this. And I start writing my journals, diary, when I was in first grade in high school. Yeah. I didn't have it in my country, darlings, but I don't know, since I came here, when I look at my past, I start laughing instead of crying, and I don't know why. Really, I remember many sad stories that I start laughing, I don't know why. It is, I can't write seriously anymore. I am another writer, It's maybe because, maybe because I can't concentrate. I can concentrate now. I can separate many different subjects from each other, and I don't face every second with a new problem. I have a time for myself. My consciousness is getting brighter. I don't know, really. Maybe I have to go to the counselor or psychologist and ask her what is going on inside of my mind. Yeah. Yeah. After the war, after 8 years war with Iraq, they didn't win, but they pretended that they won, and always after this kind of mess, they open a hole, and then we can jump in the hole and publish our book. And if you look at the date of my books, the date of publication, it is only in 2 years. 12 books in 2 years. And then again, it is nothing. Then and again, 1 year, 3 books in 1 year. Yeah. We were like a Persian hungry cat, just waiting for a little piece of meat. I want to I wanted to go somewhere and have a rest and then come back. You know that when you struggle with something, with difficulties, you have to have a break. And I needed a break. I came here, but when you came here and you compared, and you recognize, you understand the darkness more than before. I wanted to get back, I wanted to go back, but that was the era, the first time, Ahmadinejad was at the end of her first time presidency. And he started bothering people who went back home. So I thought that it is much better to stay for a while, and this for a while, now it is 6 years that I am here, and I enjoy my life. That's all. And I write in English too. I'm proud of myself. Not completely, but anyway, I try to write it better. But I really miss my village, see my friend and my family. Say 6 months ago I started creative writing class in Persian online, and almost 90% of my students are from Iran, inside of Iran. So I have a connection with them. I Skype with them. I have a strong connection with people inside of the country. It's a very, very serious question. I was not writer before the revolution, but I knew that most of the writers, they didn't have any political freedom, or they didn't have freedom of speech, not like Islamic Republic government. But there was one tower here, and every morning you have to see the newspaper with big picture and شاهنشاه عظیم الشأن آلیامر، کسی میتونه ترجمه کنه واقعا اینا with a lot of names and nicknames. And when you are busy with your word, your story, and you create a new word, then you can't tolerate this kind of behavior, totalitarianism, any kind of this. They didn't do anything to our personal life. But when I was a student, there is always a fear, intimidation in the air, and kind of harassment. There was not real, but the imagination, that was the imagination. We imagined the fear, the imagination of fear. I don't know how to tell, because when I compare with Islamic Republic, then it is nothing really. But the root, I think, came from that time. The fear was in the air. I was a student. I didn't do anything, just, for example, reading book, reading Maxim Gorky books, or many books that Progress Press, we had from Progress Press, or Grap of Rapt, John Steinbeck. But we always scary. We always. It is. But then this is my. this is my question. When you send a student to Western country, they would see many different things, and the expectation will increase. And how you can put them in the box and say شاهنشاه آریامر بزرگ ارتشداران what? You know, it doesn't match.
Well, did you find it, in addition, was there a difference in the way that women and men were treated as writers, or were they the same?
You know, obviously we didn't have enough women writers during the kings, 2 or 3. Miss Daneshvar, Simina Daneshvar, Shahnoush Parsi-Pur, and Amir Shahi, Mahshid Amir Shahi. No, they don't think about gender, but we have a censorship. Especially those people who went to villages and start writing about the villages, like Darvishian or Faqiri, they were under pressure. And you know, if there was freedom, then why those writers like Golshiri and Shamlu, poets like Shamlu, all writers get together and start, you know, writing letters and start helping people to come out from their house and protesting. Something was wrong. It's obvious. But maybe next time I can explain more. You know, because I speak in English, Persian, that I am not like you, that this language is not familiar with you. So I used to hear the word, the voice, the sound. It's like living close to the sea, then you didn't hear the sound of the waves. So I don't know, it's a kind of discovery for me when I try to find a word through dictionary.com or Google Translator or Mariam. I find a new word and I follow the root, the original, where they come from. It's I enjoy writing in English, and I know that the English sentence has its own song. You don't know because you used to hear it. But I can tell you that your language has a special song too. LOL. But yeah, my language is a poetic language and very beautiful. I enjoy talking with it. خیلی خوش آمدین. مرسی که اومدین و من همه شما رو دوست دارم. It means welcome. I love all of you and thank you for coming.